This is a tutorial called Amazing Mazes, and you are going to create a maze, which is a puzzle that you draw a line through in Microsoft Word. This is an example of a finished maze that I have done for you as an example on my desktop. So the first thing that you're going to do is open Microsoft Office Word. If you already have one open, you're going to create a new blank document. Then you are going to insert a table, insert table, and we want to insert a table by clicking that button that is 14. So you change the number 5 to number 14 by 14. Then click OK. Now, we want to tell the computer to make this double spaced, and the way to do that is to go to the the Home tab, and in the Paragraph section, with the up arrow and the down arrow, change this to a number 2. Oh, we have to select the whole thing first. My bad. So we're going to change this to a number 2 after selecting the whole table. Now we have a double-spaced table. We're going to start by selecting some areas that we want to black out so that we can put pictures in. So to select those areas, we are going to select these squares, and notice that the yellow table tools at the top tries to get your attention. You click the word layout, and we're going to do what's called merge these cells, and that puts them all together as one cell. And then you're going to go and insert a picture or clip art, and I chose puppies for mine, and then select. And then you can pick a picture that you like. It doesn't have to be puppies if you want to choose something different, and click on it to insert it. When it inserts, it will be large, so you'll have to resize using the corners only of the box. Resize here, and then keep resizing so that it fits the size of the boxes and the table doesn't look strange anymore. See how the table is starting to take its shape again? So we have to resize this so that it looks like a normal size table. And then we're going to repeat the process again and block out some more squares, maybe in this section. Maybe want like this. Go back to the table tools and choose layout and merge those cells. And then we can pick a different puppy or whatever style you want. Maybe I want this one. And again, it's going to make our table look strange for a minute, but once we resize it to fit, then our table will look normal again. And then you can do up to 3 pictures in one, so I'll put another one maybe over here. And then I'm going to go to merge my cells again under the table tools layout, merge cells, and I'm going to find my last picture and I'm going to insert it here. That one didn't change the size of the table too much, but you notice that it did a little bit. If you want it to be centered, you have to go take your dog for a walk, which is wrapping your text, and make his collar fit tight. And then you can move it over a little bit more. Okay. Then what you're going to do is start and end. So we're going to start up here, and we're going to click on this upper left-hand cell, and this is where we want to end down here in the lower right-hand corner. So I'm going to put the word end, and I'm going to put the word start up here. Then once you click those table tools again, you will see some options that we're going to have to become familiar with. There's borders, there's draw table, and there's eraser. I like the eraser tool, so I'm going to choose the eraser, and then I'm going to go in and erase just these lines. As I erase them, they turn a little bit red. And notice what happens, although it did take my start away. I want to erase this one as well. So I'm going to come in and I'm going to start erasing lines so that I make a path to the next, or to the end, just like you would normally see on a puzzle. So if you go through and you make a mistake, you can just go up to the undo button this button up here in the upper left hand corner, or you can do Control Z on your keyboard to take away the last thing that you did. And you're going to go through and keep erasing lines. And then you're going to go through and keep erasing some more lines. Now, a maze sometimes has good paths and sometimes has bad paths. So we're going to make the correct path first by erasing, using the erasing tool. And then we're going to go in and make some paths that don't work out so well. So we're going to go in and erase. All I'm doing is dragging my mouse over these lines to erase them. And then I'm going down to the word end to erase those. Straight down. Again, if I make a mistake, I'm just going to go ahead and hit undo in the upper left hand corner. Now here, something strange happened. I could either hit undo, or I can go into draw table and draw those lines back by just clicking and dragging with my mouse. It may be uncooperative. If it is uncooperative for you, like see this one is right now, then you're going to have to go into borders. On these two cells here, I want to put those borders back. So if I click on that tool here, the borders, the down pointing triangle, I want to put left borders on those. Oops, I was in the wrong spot. In these spots, I want to put left borders. See? This is putting a left border in. And then over here, I want now to put right borders in. So I go select them first and do right borders. See how it puts those lines back in where I took them out. Then you're just going to go in and play with it a little bit more, and you're going to create some paths that don't go through so that a person would be stuck. And you can go ahead and change the design and the color if you'd like. And put the word start and the word end over in here. And then when you're done, you're going to go to the word File, Save As, and we're going to call this Maze, M-A-Z-E. Have some fun with it.